Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Alya Nanda Muthia. I'm a third semester student from English Education Department, Fakultas Tarbiyah dan Keguruan, Universitas Islam Negeri Alauddin, Makassar. First of all, let's express our gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most merciful and compassionate. Secondly, salawat and salam always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who brought us from the darkness to the brightness. The honorable person, our lecturer, Mr. Dr. Kaharuddin, S.IP M.Hum, is a lecturer on morphology and syntax course. Today, I would like to discuss about syntax as a study of language, part 2. The traditional approach to syntax focuses on perspective grammar, often based on Latin or Greek grammatical traditions. It emphasizes rules and classifications such as parts of speech like noun, verb, adjective, and sentence types like simple, compound, and complex. For example, in the sentence, the dog barked loudly. The subject is the dog, which is noun phrases. The predicate is barked loudly, which is verb phrase. And the traditional approach ensures that sentences adhere an established grammatical rule like subject, verb, and agreement. The structural approach, inspired by Ferdinand de Saussure and Leonard Bloomfield, views language as a system of interrelated structures. It relies on empirical observation and describes pattern in how words combine to form phrases and sentences. For example, in the sentence, they are playing soccer. Structural syntax breaks it into first noun phrase, which are they, and then verb phrase, which are playing soccer. The structural approach identifies relationships between patterns and focusing on hierarchy and function. The transformative generative approach, or many people say TG, introduced by Noam Chomsky, explains syntax using deep and surface structures. What is deep structures? So deep structures represent underlying meanings, while transformations generate deep surface structures, which are spoken or written forms. For example, for the sentence pair, first active voice. The active voice is the cat chased the mouse. And the passive voice from this sentence is the mouse was chased by the cat. So, after I analyzed this approach, I personally agree with the transformative generative or TG approach due to its depth in explaining both the creativity and the complexity of language. Unlike the traditional or structural approaches, TG focuses on universal grammar, offering insights into how people can produce and understand an infinite number of sentences. For example, analyzing the transformation of she can sing beautiful into a question like can she sing beautifully reveals the rules of inversion which are applicable across languages. TG demonstrates how syntax operates universally, bridging language learning and analysis. So what is sentence structure? Sentence structure refers to how words combine into meaningful units, including subjects, predicates, clauses, and phrases. In transformative grammar, sentence structure is analyzed through deep and surface structures, applying transformational rules to understand variations. For example, the sentence, the boy was reading a book. The deep structure of this is the boy reads a book, and the surface structure is tense and progressive aspects are applied through transformations. The usefulness is first, analyzing sentence structure using TG is useful because it explains the underlying grammar rules, and the second is it covers the relationships between meaning and structure, and the third is it is practical for understanding complex or ambiguous sentences, especially in language education. TG provides a systematic framework for exploring language, making it highly relevant for both theoretical and practical applications. Okay, I think that's all for me. I sincerely appreciate all of your attention, and if there are any mistakes, I apologize previously. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.